stuff like that. But big thing I'm really looking at, I would say, is BKB timings for Master. XG really has pretty much nothing that goes through BKBs until way later stages. So I think if Aster is able to get this timing of these BKBs pretty early on the SF and the Doom and stuff, looks like a pretty solid draft for them. But we'll see how much the volatility goes down, because I've seen sometimes with like these, the Darkseer lanes versus something like SF, if they can get on top of him and get a couple kills, slow down the momentum, they get these auras, and then there's just maybe a lack of damage for something like Aster. But yeah, I think it's going to be, should be Aster's game to lead, and Xtreme is going to have to pull some pretty crazy stuff in some instances to make sure that they can actually set tempo.
We'll see. I mean, definitely kind of got the mid lane hero right that's going to be able to lead that charge. Now, Paparazzi,
yes,
he'll be ready to start running at heroes pretty early, especially with the buff up of JT when it comes to him joining JT's lane, looking to get in for some dives, some early aggression.
Oh, Kaka, does he actually? Is it actually? Oh, it does get it. He gets it on his side. Nicely done. So we'll get the quick D ward there. Nicely done. Yeah, we'll see how these lanes end up going down. And yeah, let's see how much Paparazzi is able to get done, because he has been, honestly, this is not the Paparazzi of old times. I know a lot of us keep saying that over and over again, but it really is true. He's been struggling a lot. He's playing a lot riskier with the way that he does some of these aggressive plays. We'll see how he does in this mid matchup.
On top, definitely going to watch out to see if there's any early setup potential here.
I mean, Monet should, in theory, he should free farm.
I mean, it's a couple of melee heroes. You've got excellent support here from the clock.
Yeah. Kind
of separating them from you, and after a couple of levels, we'll be able to hold them in position for those raises to really hit hard, able to grab them in the cogs.
Yeah, I like two of their lanes at the moment. I think Monet should free farm mid. I actually like Lesh in this matchup versus the Puck a bit more. And I think the Doom should be able to free farm, but I don't know how much. I mean, they should actually be able to pressure Ghost pretty decently, because he's got a Mirana behind him. So Baboka is very good at trading versus this Mirana, as we've seen lately. That's why we see this Ench just picked first pick in China. This is like one of the best lane secures. And excuse me, looking at Baboka starting him, he started with 9 tangos. 9 tangos on him, 6 tangos on the Doom. So they're really trying to play aggressive down here.
Again, top, just making sure that they're never really quite able to get on top of the SF on this first level.
JT still doing decent in the first few waves at the least. They're trying to, what you want to do versus something like SF and Clockwork is you push the lane in hard. So if Clockwork wants to go on you, there's going to be like this double wave, so SF can't actually contest with you. And Battery Assault, of course, gets soaked more from all those creeps being in there. So not bad from JT at the moment, but as we said, Monet should free farm. I feel like X Success should free farm, and mid maybe a bit more contested. And we'll see what that ends up causing in the whole mid game. Is we already see that Meteor Hammer queued up from X Success.
Yeah, what was the build-up you kind of expect from Wraith King in this game?
Is it gonna be a Radiance game? I mean, probably not. Probably just
oh, here we go.
Yeah.
He's done the favorite. So yeah, Armlet phase, but I guess the question is, really wants to go after the Armlet phase first too.
I mean, I think I personally just never. I'm still just a bit of a Radiance hater on a lot of heroes at the moment. So, and I feel like when I was talking about earlier, where Aster's timing is these BKBs, I feel like that's where it maybe makes the Radiance even worse. So I want to see him go probably more physical oriented, maybe just that that Deso Armlet, etc., stuff like that. But yeah, we'll see. Kaka gonna take a ton of harassment this time around. He has to toss him away.
So he's got a fair few stick charges as well.
Yeah, he should be. I mean, he should be. Uh-oh. He still got the 8 sticks, but he's taking a beating. Battery Assault back up in 5. Yeah, he's actually forced to use a stun, and it's gonna get the pull off.
Yeah.
So
he's not gonna be able to do what he wants to here, Kaka. And in fact, Battery Assault's back up.
Uh-oh, I mean Kaka. Okay.
All right, he's got just enough mana for the toss, but very much living on the edge there.
Yeah, that was a bit risky. And XWY actually also winning the mid main. So all 3 lanes looking incredible right now for Aster. They have very fun combos as well too that we'll see more than likely occur in the mid game. Monet on the Shadow Fiend with a puck. One of my favorite combos. I love when you have heroes that can force the coil break with like Requiem or something like that, so definitely potential for that. Maybe they can get XXS here. Looks like it. Good body block.
I mean, he's...
Oh? No way. No way.
He's going to be able to regen up under the tower.
Oh my god.
And with that Ring of Health, he's got enough going that they just can't quite do it.
I actually thought they had him. Wow. I really thought that they would have been able to bring him down. But yeah, it's pretty insane how much regen he does have.
It's gonna feel a bit bad missing out on that. Not having quite enough to take him out.
And top, yeah, they just continue applying this pressure. JT has hit 3 now, though, so level 2 Ion Shell. They could turn on to Pichu here. They just walk him down. There's another stun that's coming up from Kaka. Good cogs. He was about to get vacuumed and likely die, actually, there. Securing that lane for Monet, though, I mean, yeah, as you said, absolute free farm, 22 and 13, making sure he prioritizes denies as well, too, versus this Darkseer.
I mean, this top lane doesn't ever get any better for it, XG, does it?
Nope.
At this point, I mean, it was very difficult to really do anything here right now as the Darkseer and Tiny.
It's just impossible for you to get on top of the SF because he just has one of the best bodies in the game. You know, Clockwork, 900 HP, level 3 now also, so level 2 Battery Assault is online with level 2 raises. Yeah, if that Darkseer gets caught in cogs, unless Kaka tosses them away, it's likely just a kill. A slow early game here for the first 5 minutes, but Aster is doing a bit better inside those lanes.
Yeah, they just have no business on this top lane.
No.
Monet, just complete control of the waves. 27-18.
And Baboka starting to do Baboka things. You know, Doom kind of not totally left alone, but he's getting his own pretty damn good farm, and Baboka's jungling. He's using the Tornado to kill a Wildwing camp. It's a typical Baboka move. He loves to farm.
I mean, top, so they tried to poke them a bit, but you see how much damage JT and Kaka end up taking. They just cannot trade with these two right now.
It's going to be very good timing for Monet for whatever items that he looks to go for. As we said, probably a BKB relatively early this game since it's pretty much all magic damage. Kind of the dream for this SF. And now Kaka, he's actually alone up top.
He's stepped up quite a bit here. We might see that Pichu's able to get the angle to shut him off.
These tosses. Is it enough? Will be.
It will be.
But fully zoned off the wave again and again and again.
Just look at, yeah. You don't normally see safe laners have this sort of level of last hits and denies. The denies in particular. 33-24, 5 minutes in. They're just getting so much taken away from them in this top lane, XG.
6-minute rune. It will spawn top as well. XWY is not going to be able to go for it. And Pichu, he actually decided not to go for it. He might go down here.
So they can get the clock. He's going to have Monet coming over to back him up. And Monet's ready to turn it around.
It turns. Triple raise.
And Pichu's the one to get the 2 kills as well. So he's happy. Monet's probably not as much. He's like, dude, I'm trying to help you out here.
And DY also trying to trade with Baboka, but he's getting crushed from these Impetus.
And bottom Ghost, it's not quite able to completely commit onto XXS there with the hammer already done.
A scary start, really. It's a 3K gold leader ready. Baboka even finds the ward. That's going to accelerate that timing on, you know, maybe a first greedy item and then quickly going into the BKBs on the Doom and the SF after they get their, you know, that farming item first.
Sure.
So
I mean, yeah, how does JT recover? It's going to take him some time, right? He just barely got any XP out that top lane. Well, he's level 3 and then Monet is level 6. The difference in what both cores were able to get up on that top side of the map.
He's going to have to do what I call the 33 recovery, where you just start getting ready for your stacks and stuff like that. But it's going to be watched. I mean, look at that ward that they placed. We've been seeing this one a bit more.
That's
it's a very nice one. I love this ward.
Well, sees the stacking sort of situation and it's not getting dewarded.
No, definitely
You get that up for the full duration.
And they absolutely have heroes that can contest those stacks, with an SF having a good early start with a Puck that can just jump in easy.
Oh, JT and Kaka are stepping up again, but Pichu is coming in from behind.
And this Clockwork is a menace.
It's just a hero that perfectly complements what the SF wants to do. And we're seeing that, really kind of to textbook level here.
He's level 6. He's almost level 7 on Monet already. It's nice that he's able to do this where you skip Requiem as well, too. It's like that's the dream when you're playing these type of lanes that you don't have to skill it. Yeah, you just go for full farm build. And yeah, Mask of Madness will be his choice of first farm item. Probably Mask of Madness into BKB or Dragonlance in between.
Or
And now,
mid.
Paparazzi.
They're going to set up with a Dream Coil. See if there's anything DY could do to try and fight them back. There isn't. All he can do is grab the Invis Rune and walk away.
Aster came to play.
This is a phenomenal start, really, from Aster. Just no mistakes. No mistakes, playing everything perfectly. And XG very much struggling.
Even starting to, as we said, the Meteor Hammer, he's able to apply pressure on this tower. I mean, this tower is already below 130 HP. JT doesn't know. He doesn't know where to go. He doesn't know what to do.
Here now it's,
and now they can absolutely. Now they can just move Baboka completely out of the bottom lane. XXS is free farming anyway. It's not even tougher lane up top.
Yeah, I mean, Baboka's seen sort of the fun that Pichu's been having, just messing around with the, both Kaka and JT, and he wants to also be an extra bit of a nuisance.
I mean, this is devastating. I'm seeing XG. They're getting like some stacks and stuff prepared, but these stacks could just get stolen. I feel like they need to have a bit more lane pressure to try to slow down what Aster's getting. It's a 5,000 gold lead.
I mean, with the two supports here on Aster, they can definitely start to push forward into this area.
And
at
JT.
The cogs. They're going to catch JT. Won't be able to break his way out of them, but there's a follow-up stun here from the micro of Baboka. It's a three-man vacuum, but another raise from Monet takes down JT.
And XWY is actually connecting over, and they're going to check out that stack. It's not the biggest one, though.
He's got his Mask of Madness, so kind of comboed with the raises. He could take it down safely, but looks like they're not opting to. He wants to head back to the lane. Monet, Dream Coil, XWY. He's going to get the setup. There is a Fairy Fire, and Kaka able to keep DY covered with the Avalanche. So DY won't go down. The Dream Coil put to waste.
Okay, a bit over-aggressive this time around, but they will be able to get the tower.
Yeah, they want to take this first before they head into the triangle by the looks of it.
And immediately the puck TP's mid, waiting for that power rune. Let's see if XG finds any type of luck on their side. Is it going to spawn bottom? It spawns top. Kaka, can he at least prevent? He can't even prevent him. Oh boy, this is a devastating start.
This is a crazy start here.
And we'll find out soon what the option is for Ghost, if he wants to go down the super greedy route or if he wants to go more fighting. I feel like if he goes greedy, it's going to be pretty much impossible to recover this game.
He can't go Radiance this game.
I really don't think so.
No. It needs, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. What will it be like? It's either the sort of the Blink, the BKB, or the Deso, right?
Yeah. Even that, it still just feels, it's going to feel very
slow. He needs kind of two of those. Yeah. And that's going to take time. And we're seeing so far with each passing minute, Aster easily able to take more from the map right now with this lead they have.
His farm is still pretty good, though, right? He still is, number 2 net worth, almost tied with the Doom at the least. But you can see the greed of Aster is massively paying off. Baboka, he's 400 gold ahead of the Darkseer. As we've seen so many times, Baboka always becomes that fourth core. Arrow. No, he should have tanked it. Oh, well. They have the rally. I really feel like he should just tank that arrow for the catapult there.
Get those extra siege hits.
Yeah. Because he even has like illusion rune, so he maybe could have even popped the illusion to tank it.
That's true.
Oh, well. Doom.
Bottom. Get the stun on the two of them. See Siamese Cat heading in as well to make sure that they won't be able to turn on tech success. Rocket Flare hits. Kaka's he going to tick down to this? I think he's fine.
Should be okay, but it's going to be close.
It's going to be fine. Deny him.
Deny him anyway.
Meanwhile, in the mid, this time the Dream Coil will guarantee them that successful kill onto DY. Not able to escape this time round. The tower goes down.
Yeah, they don't even need the catapult because he has the Dark Troll Summoner and Baboka. So yeah, they finish off both towers. Bottom tower, as we mentioned, also is about 1 hit away from dying. Aster playing the map pretty much perfect
and
right now.
And he's like, well, I'll try and farm some of this.
That's optimistic.
He won't manage to do so on his own. But yeah, still definitely some Ancients there for the taking if Mono wants to head over. Blue Boy's got his Dragon Lance finished.
He is huge.
This is one of the better starts we've seen on an SF, right? We've obviously had plenty of SF games, but this is fast. He's just a complete, uninterrupted free farm in this top lane.
And they're going to get these BKBs. I mean, it's 7,000 gold lead 20. They're going to get these BKBs before before Xtreme's in any realm of wanting to go for this type of fight. We do see, as we kind of expected, it's going to be the Deso queued up for Ghost, but they need any type of physical damage they can get. Because, yeah, the BKBs, it's going to be BKB SF. Next item is going to be BKB Doom, and then I'm just looking at their damage from Xtreme, and there's just no way that they have it. They have nothing that goes through that BKB. Yeah, they have Edict, okay. So I shouldn't say nothing, but very lackluster in comparison to what they have on the opposing side.
Paparazzi was able to clean up the Ancient, so at least that did not get lost to Aster.
But they will lose the other stack, XWY, who is able to walk in and take away this hard camp stack. And look at the warding as well. Aster is unbelievably prepared today.
What?
Even dodging the arrow.
Not quite able to get the full setup there.
Look at JT. He walks into his triangle and, oh God, both camps are blocked. Oh, sadness for JT. He's like, okay, I'll just surge the hell out of here. This is rough. One of the rougher starts we've seen.
This is incredibly one-sided so far. We'll see if XG can get a kill.
They should have this
might
one.
do it, yeah. They've got the 3 stuns. And indeed, they'll finally be able to get themselves on the board there. They'll get their first kill, taking down XXS.
Pretty worthwhile one, too. Doesn't change that net worth disparity by any means, but gets them at least on the board so it doesn't feel as miserable. 5-0. They definitely feel that game state at the moment, too. I mean, JT just has nowhere to go to recover as this Darkseer because those camps are blocked. He can't steal the farm from his Wraith King and his Lash, so it's just a very tough recovery system for the side of Xtreme. And how the level's looking, yeah, we see Kaka's still only, okay, almost like level 6, but he's a tiny. His farm is non-existent. I feel like Baboka might get to the points where he's able to just out-farm a lot of these cores. I mean, he's already surpassed the Darkseer probably for the majority of this game. He's got Dragonlance also on Enchantress, so yeah, they're huge, Owen. I feel like Kaka's got to do some miraculous stuff on this tiny, but without a Blink Dagger, it's very difficult to set up onto this puck.
Just watching him here.
Can they actually set up? The rocket, it scouts them.
XWY. He should be able to play his way out of there now.
Oh. Yeah, he should be fine. Good rocket. That was nicely done from Pichu. Just shoots it across the map to get vision on high ground. And the camps are still blocked.
All right, someone's going to try and get rid of those sentry wards, right?
They got rid of one.
Okay.
And they bring down the clock. He's a bit tanky at this point. No, they cannot.
He's away.
It's 1,400 health on this Clockwork. And he's been digging. So even though they harass him, he's like, okay, got my salve, got my clarity, I'm good to go.
And yeah, Mono's just living life right now.
He's going to show up to the first fight
With
and
like
become
BKB,
golden.
Dragonlance, Mask of Madness at what, like 17 minutes?
Both cores are going to be pretty much unkillable. XXS is going to have BKB pretty much at the same time as Monet. XWY has the liberty of just being a puck versus some limited disables to catch him until there's a blink on the tiny. This is, yeah, you couldn't ask for more if you're an Aster fan. And they got to start doing something. Paparazzi, he's got his Bloodstone timing. Let's see if they can start connecting some combos. They also have Mech on JT. They have to start finding something before the BKB. If they make this smoke and it's into BKB, the game is probably just decided at that point. They find him? Can't. Without Blink, it's super hard to catch this puck.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, looking at this as well. Have I been missing this in other games? Is it a Baboka thing, or is this for this game in particular, this build where you don't get the point in Untouchable?
He's not getting hit.
Yeah? I mean it's
also,
right, it's just the Wraith King. Other than that,
there's no physical, as we were mentioning. It's all magic damage, so I mean, he's full greeting it up. You know, he just wants to be able to farm. He wants to be able to hit people if they do come to him. He doesn't need the Untouchable for now.
That makes sense. Makes sense for sure.
Maybe puts a point in it at level 10 or something, because that might be the timing when they look to take fights, because it's going to be the double BKBs.
Sure.
Which they have. This is so brutal. It's like Xtreme's going to like smoke up and be like, all right, guys, I think we're ready to fight, and then they're just going to both BKB pop and be like, oh my god, how do we fight into this?
Yeah, this is just such smooth, quick timings here from Aster's cores.
And look at Baboka. I mean, he's even just taunting. They D-ward now, but the damage is done. But like DY just takes out one of them, and then he blocks another camp anyway. And yeah, this is economical damage, mental damage.
Yeah, this is top stuff from Aster. It is showing why they're towards the top of the region here.
And it's good to see that they've fixed what happened the other day in particular, right? When they played versus Ybb, they struggled a lot. But we'll see how it all ends up happening as these fights about to kick off. But I mean, they have the BKB, so you cannot imagine that Xtreme is going to have a successful fight in this realm. Deso's done. Still, they're getting their item timings, but it's so delayed with what they're playing up against.
Baboka's out. They were nearly able to find him in the trees, but Baboka, he knew when to get out. He was already gone. They will, of course, lose the top tower, but nobody on Aster getting caught up there.
He's taunting him. He doesn't even take the untouchable 10. He takes the magic resist, so same concept.
Will he finish the game with no points and untouchable?
No, I think he should get a point pretty soon. Because we do see the Wraith King, as you said, you know, the timing for him, for Ghost, it's not bad. He's got the Deso, he even finds a Dagger of Bristol, a really good item on Wraith King. But just how do they stick on these targets with the BKBs and stuff? Aster starting to accelerate things.
Oh, they find DY in the trees.
It's a freebie.
Quick catch, and of course a quick push with Monet hitting the towers.
Glyph pop, but they're going to counter glyph it because there's also a push happening in the top lane.
Yeah, I don't think they want to be going anywhere, Aster. They can keep this tower taken off the map.
And they can even set up for top if they'd like to, which we see. I mean, Paparazzi shows himself top. That's a risky place to be.
Yeah, for XG, they will not be able to push this tier 2 anywhere near at the same pace. So tier 2 still stands strong for Aster top. Outpost will be taken by Aster. Nice and early here, 18 minutes in.
They're just, I mean, this farm is ridiculous. 6-1. It's a very methodical game so far from Aster.
I mean, what sort of put this all into place? Was it just the fact that they get this last pick SF that XG just didn't really have a lane to put against?
I mean, they had two very dominant lanes, I would say. Like, the Doom is going to be able to get this free farm with what he's up against. And then the Puck also just did very well. Clean rotations. They prioritized continuing to shut down the Darkseer. I really think the fact that they didn't deward the Ancients for, what, like 6 minutes?
It was a long time.
It's a bit unacceptable because JT just had nowhere to go to recover. So, I feel like for Xtreme, the game is already getting to like these desperate points. How's Kaka doing? I mean, he's still so far from Blink as well. Still 1,000 gold away, so they don't even have a good form of initiation. So I think, honestly, the best thing for them in the fights might just be making that wall and hoping that the SF illusion carries them. Hopefully Monet is going to be big enough that that wall is going to be super strong. Because we do see the Darkseer, he does take the wall of replica illusion damage. He's got Blink also. Almost a Blink on Ghost.
Aster's coming for them though. See who they can find with this smoke.
This has to, I mean, this feels so rough. JT shows himself bottom. He's got a Blink dagger, but might get caught XXS.
Yeah, he's going to be ready to sweep the tree line, but JT, he's aware. They won't catch him this time.
Monet has a full Shadow Blade now on top also. I don't think I've seen such a free Shadow Fiend game in quite a long time. So now solo kill potential is definitely there if he sees people split up. XG they're trying to get out with like Moonlight Shadow and stuff like that, but Aster completely
how do they
prepared.
start the fight though? I mean, the odds of them sort of being able to burst a hero with what they have right now, it's so difficult.
Yep, it really is. They're gonna get BKBs off. Like, you got to get an initiation onto XWY when he's not prepared or doesn't have a body in front. But that time is quickly. I mean, it's been dwindling for a long time. He's queuing up the Aeon disc next, so he's knowing that if he just doesn't get burst on the Puck, the fight is gonna go completely in their favor. 14,000. This is ridiculous. It just keeps growing and growing by the minute.
See the lines there. It's just there's been no slowdown. Not at all here from Xtreme Gaming. They can't do anything to kind of put the brakes on for Aster.
And they still don't have Blink on Kaka. They do, I believe, they do have Blink on Ghost. So let's see if maybe he can like point blank Blink on top of XWY, get a stun into some follow-up. But XWY's been careful this game. He's not taking too many risks as this Puck. But Bulk is just clearing Ancients. He's got Hurricane Pike now.
Yeah, he'll be treating himself to a BKB next. And still yet to... I think he's going for it. He doesn't want to have a point in his ult by the time they win. He don't need it, and he's going to show it.
I mean, maybe. Let's see what they find here. It's going to just be another kill onto DY. They'll find JT bottom, and they're going to find DY. This is brutal.
This is actually one of the most one-sided games that we've had, and we've had a few of them. Some of the matchups in this region, but yeah, this one, I expected this one to be kind of close, but it's the complete opposite. That 17k difference at 22 minutes in, Xtreme Gaming only managing to bring together 1 kill so far.
I think the one team fight that we're going to have, one team fight that's going to happen, an actual team fight, is going to be the GG team fight. Because Xtreme's going to walk in and just get completely wiped from these BKBs. It's just the feeling that it has. And now it's into also an Aegis. Monet, he's level 18. He has not been touched this game.
He actually hasn't.
He literally has not.
It's probably going to be one of those games as well where I imagine just the hero damage done by Xtreme Gaming's heroes it's going to be pretty low, right?
It's, yeah, like 5k below, it actually feels like. Nobody's hit any heroes.
I mean, and yeah, has Monet taken any hero damage?
I actually want to look at damage.
It's not that bad, actually, at the moment.
But I mean,
okay.
It's sub 5k, but it's also sub 5k for Aster, but they have the farming lineup. Do we have any chance to have a damage taken? Probably not, right?
No, I don't think so.
Because I want to see what Monet's damage taken is. It's
because you
like,
don't think they haven't, well, other than the lane, maybe took some Iron Shell damage, but
that's about it.
That's about it.
I mean, I'll check it at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Once the scoreboard comes up.
Just been hitting creeps, and no one on XG's managed to make any sort of move to slow him down.
Yep. And look at XXS. I mean, he's just farming, right? Buys an Aether Lens. They're actually going to get the hook.
They do. They get the angle.
That's a dead paparazzi.
They're all TPing in for him. He will manage to turn and take down Pichu, but immediately gets killed off there in response.
And DY again. I mean, how many times has DY been coiled? The
I
poor lad.
think pretty much the last 3 times, yeah.
And JT getting soloed by Baboka. Just let Baboka finish him. Oh, you... Oh,
that's a kill steal and a half there from XWY.
How rude. Oh, this... the cleanest game I think I've seen from Aster in this tour. TD spawns top, XWY makes the move over. He actually finishes his Kaya Sanj instead of just going straight for that Aeon. I mean, similar concept. Now it's even harder for him to get burst. Has a Nether Shawl as well, too, so ridiculously tanky. And Monet looking for some solo plays. He's under a sentry, though. Won't be able to find it. But they're doing the sweep, as I like to call it. You know, they push them out of bottom, sweep across to push them out of the triangle, control the entire map. And now they're even going to purchase a gem, so Baboka going to pass down over to the puck. XG. As we said, it feels every move that they try to make just feels like a desperate one. Baboka, maybe he gets punished for the no untouchable.
Oh, that's true. If they could get the jump on him.
They find the puck.
That's the bigger kill.
There we go.
Now get him. And now over to Baboka. He'll be able to force himself out to the side, and he's healing up. But the stun catches onto the heels. It's not enough. Paparazzi's got the damage.
And they got the gem.
Yeah, not a bad hit, considering they were 18k behind. 2 kills and taking control of the gem.
And they get the Deso stacks as well, too, for Ghost, right? So little things accumulate. Very nicely done. They find XWY slipping. And that's why you saw him queuing up the Aeon disc, because he knows that the burst potential is absolutely there. Thought perhaps the Kaya Sanj would be enough. I felt like they might be too, but they get the full combo on him.
All right, some sort of sign of life here from XG.
It's a big one.
Yeah.
Getting the gem is a big one.
Yeah.
Besides just the kills that you're able to secure, of course, having this gem is going to be able to let you reestablish your side of the map so you can actually get farm. Yeah, and XWY is probably like, damn it, I knew I should have gone for the Aeon disc rather than the Kaya Sanj. And Baboka, does he skill untouchable? Yeah, there we go.
There we go. After dying, he's like, all right.
The 1 point is just so
time
value.
to put the points in it now.
It's so, like, 1 point. The second point, you only get, like, the 40 extra attack skill, but the first point is amazing.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Monet back to business.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
We'll see how much they want to force it. They've got a minute left with the Aegis.
They are pinging high ground. I mean, they have XXS with this Octarine, so he can blast it with the Meteor Hammer from a good distance as well. They're scared to get tossed in the base, though. So one thing Aster does have to be careful of.
Now, they got the fortification out of them.
Pretty early one.
And yeah, that looks to be all that they were trying to get there for now. They'll back away. The Aegis starting to come to an end.
Pick up their next set of neutral items since we've just hit 27 minutes. Monet, yeah, Aegis about to tick out. And Monet, he's hit 20. So as we always talk about that big SF talent, 360 damage. And they're going to smoke it up. Xtreme, they have Paparazzi with BKB, a bit more survivable. And Ghost has an AC. All things considered, not too shabby.
Kaka. He's going to try and go, but there is backup here. Ghost gets in. They'll take down the clockwork. Vacuum's there, and indeed straight to the back lines. XXS looks to push back Paparazzi. Monet taking big hits from his own illusion there that came out at the wall.
The Aegis is going to tick out.
Oh
my God.
A little bit of the heal from the Aegis. Heals him up a bit, but indeed he's still able to get on top of him. Ghost gets in and takes him down.
Oh,
I mean, they're making crazy moves, XG, considering how tough of a situation they're in.
I mean, I feel like Monet maybe just walking in and dying with the Aegis a little bit earlier might have been perhaps a bit more beneficial, but
all right, here we go.
XG.
XG here. I mean, this really would be quite the comeback if they're able to somehow do it this game. They have just been so far behind for the last 20 minutes.
And now they're the
ones
perhaps
the high ground.
They might be. I mean, it's 40 seconds without Monet. He committed his gold.
I mean, how much can they get?
Tower perhaps can fall.
All right, they will. But
that is an enormous
this is definitely going to shake up Aster a little bit. Because they're going to be like, hang on, guys. We got all these items. We're this far ahead, but XG is still able to make moves against us.
Honestly, like 1 or 2 more mistakes like this, and I would say the game is completely back to even.
So what, like in that last fight, for example, what was the problem for Aster?
I mean, Monet got hit by the wall. He got hit by wall, so he applies the illusion to himself. The Wraith King gets the jump on him, applies the Deso. So he's sitting at what? Minus like 20 armor or something like that on the SF. So he's just getting wailed by these illusions. Now JT, he found the opportunity since he went for that blink to just get on top of him with the wall. That was remarkable. They even got the initial Doom onto the Lesh too.
They did, but he did get the BKB off before, so there wasn't really huge. Didn't he?
Nope.
He wasn't BKB one.
He did not get BKB. They just they bypassed.
They just didn't have enough, so no one else could get to him. Okay.
It really was JT just doing incredible work there with the blink wall. Landed on 3 heroes. Game state's starting to feel quite a bit better now for XG.
Let's see if XG can do it again.
They're really making, they're making magic happen with this deficit.
And, you know, definitely, without a doubt, what needs to happen is just, they have to get the SF in the wall right. That is
100%.
That's what does it. If they don't do that, then the fight will look like Aster is indeed as ahead as they are, but they can get that illusion.
TY steps up a bit far. And that's, oh, is that the, did he pass off the gem? I don't know if he did, but the jump forward.
It's going to be a buyback. Exodus is going to try and get in. He's going to drop the Doom down onto JT. He doesn't want any illusions being made of his SF this time round. As with that said and done, with the Darkseer taken out, there's not really any potential in this fight anymore for XG. And Kaka, he'll be lucky to TP out of there. But yeah, you can see, yeah, XXS with a clear game plan now. Who cares about the Lesh? Just doom the Darkseer.
Yeah, the Lesh is not a problem by any means. They have so much physical damage to rip right through him. So yeah, I think probably is just going to be the
do that every fight.
Every single fight, yeah, just go for JT.
Doom JT, and then Monet's going to be able to clean up without any concerns of a potential illusion destroying his own teammates.
Yeah, nice, very nicely done. And I believe that is about to be now Satanic for Monet too, so he will have easier time to fight back versus illusion. And they did recover the gem, so DY, even though
it was indeed on.
He dropped it on the floor to check the high ground. I guess he picked up with his courier before he walked up into the area of the outpost. So was at least able to recover that one. But yeah, I think now it's like you clearly know the way that you want to take the fights on Aster. Just, yeah, JT is priority number one.
Get this Darkseer. That's all they got to do.
Yeah. Ghost will have BKB, so he has a bit easier access to jump in past everybody to get on top of the SF. But yeah, I feel the whole game is on JT. And he is getting close to even an Aghanim, so might be able to get these like double illusions and stuff like that. Could maybe turn the tide. XWY, he's got the Aeon Disc locked, buys Aether Lens, and he's got the point booster, so he's ready to either disassemble for Aeon Disc, or if the game gets like kind of passive and chill, he can go for Octarine and then go back for the Aeon Disc afterwards. See a lot of players doing this lately. And even going to start pressuring bottom. Going to get some good tower damage here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Move back up, join his team. Doom is at the ready. And XXS soon is going to get to the point where you can Doom 2 targets. The Refresher is almost going to be online. Yeah, XG needs the perfect jump. Difficult, but still possible.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, what would you like to see them do in this sort of position? Wait for them to come to them, or
Control high...
what's the best way that you catch Aster in the fights in the way that you need to?
It's control a high ground. You have to get the initiation. If you get initiated on, it's probably going to be a disaster. So you have to get the initial go. So playing around your vision is everything. Aster being more careful this time around.
XG's trying to set up around the pit. I think that might be something that Aster want to head for next. Aster also waiting. Both teams sort of just waiting for one another. XG are going to make the move out.
See if they can find that initiation. As we said, so much pressure on JT.
Yeah, I mean, if Aster continue this patience and wait on the high ground, it could be difficult for XG to jump them.
They have an Arcane Rune also on XWY, so he's very
Just
strong
spells,
here.
they know that XWY is around.
Just jumps forward.
Both teams having decent information of one another now.
Kept the Arcane Rune as well too, and now they're going to smoke themselves. There, you might be able to get positional advantage here. Kaka.
The Invis Rune on Kaka might cause issues.
They've got a dust.
Okay. Will indeed cause his death, but at the least dispels the smoke and means that no one else should get caught. Well, Ghost, he wants to actually fight with this.
Big damage.
Gets in. We'll be able to take out Siamese Cat, so they'll get the trade here. XG.
XXS, he sold his Meteor Hammer now. He has the full refresher. So now he actually can look for going for these double Doom plays.
Yeah, I imagine what JT and Paparazzi would be the dream for the
Yes.
two that he wants to grab.
Just, yeah, JT plus a core.
Sure. Yeah.
See, Ghost's damage, it's no joke, though. With a quiver hit, he, like, what, 2-shot, 3-shot that clockwork?
I think it was 2-shot, yeah.
It's pretty funny. It's pretty ridiculous how much damage he's able to do. Gem still is... I think they keep sending it back to the base on the courier, right? Yeah, Gem's at courier. Gem's at base. I think Aster... Do they have another one that they can purchase? I think for them, I would like them to just buy another gem, just so they can keep control. Oh, they did already. Okay, cool. Baboka has another gem. Good, good, good. Sometimes I see Baboka be a bit over greedy and finish off like his own Ags instead of playing for their team, so I like that he gets his gem. And we do see the puck. He's got the gold for both, so finishes the Octarine, still has the Aeon Disc unlocked. Still a difficult game for Xtreme, but he goes still farming. It might actually surpass the Shadow Fiend.
No, he's playing well there on the Wraith King.
Sure is. 2-0-3.
Not an easy game. But last few fights, he's had sort of good target priority, just getting in, getting a kill, getting out.
I think it's very impressive that he hasn't died this game. Look, shot in, Kaka.
Catch the Tiny. Ghost is going to be there to take down Pichu first, though. Pichu goes down. Kaka will finally fall. XXS committing him with the BKB.
They found JT.
See if they can take down the Wraith King twice. JT, he got the wall out in time. Ghost is going to be able to walk away here. Both supports from either side with the buyback. I want to make sure that they're here for the 5v5 around Roshan.
They have to. JT has to go all the way back to base.
And he doesn't have the wall anymore,
No.
of course, with it being dropped down in that last situation.
And there is another round of that Doom.
Sure.
If XXS does want to go for the refresh play. I mean, he could blink, stun,
I think that
refresh,
they can't
stun,
get into
Doom.
the pit anywhere here. This should just be Aster's Roche.
I feel like they might want to jump in recklessly, but they can't.
And Ghost was thinking about it there, stepping down off the stairs, but the Aegis already picked up. Very, very challenging fight for XG trying to enter into, and Ghost, he steps up, he's
got
taking
no
a
ult.
pushback. Behind the coast, he's still got his BKB. As he wants to run in with this, but he's taking too much damage. JT's been caught off to the side, and the same to be said for Kaka. He's out without buyback.
Ghost. Still farming the area. Okay, Reincarnation's back up. But they find JT again. Kaka, no buyback this time. 60 seconds, he's down. Still looking to play around their vision, maybe to get like a snipe kill, but Baboka, he'll take out that ward. And Aster, back to the domination that we were expecting for most of this game.
Yeah, pretty much just that one fight where an illusion of Monet came into play. That's the only sort of trip up they've had here this game.
Under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
As they're back on with the push. Fortification is back up. The dive's here, though. Peachy straight in. On top of DY, sets up for Monet to get the kill. As they're onto the mid barracks. See if they want to stick around for more. Still a fair bit of time. But XG will have to wait until they've got the full 5-man up.
Aster cleaned up their act after that. Yeah, like you said, after that one little mistake that they did make, everything is back to just playing super clean. Big items coming out. I think the Arcane Blink is pretty much done for Monet in a second here. And they still have a bunch of time here. The Mirana dead for 40 seconds. Let's see if there's a big toss play. See if they can get a toss back on Kaka.
They're gonna try. Kaka. Look at the toss back, and they'll be able to kill him off once pretty quickly.
Okay.
And can they do it a second time? Wall is going to be laid down. Monet puts the BKB. He's going to get him with the Requiem, but Ghost has also put the BKB. He's trying to punch into this SF, and Ghost, he's bringing Monet down pretty low. But the Invis is back up. Monet able to slide back to safety. See JT trying to hold back XXS and Baboka with the vacuum. XXS and Baboka, they'll be able to proc the reincarnation of Ghost. Ghost has the Rayfire Blast. He needs a couple of hits to come in, but won't be able to do so. Baboka able to jump back to safety. They try their best to hold it. Not a bad attempt. They're getting the wall down, you know, catching Monet on the respawn from the Aegis. It pushes Aster back at least. You know, they'll be able to push them back. But of course, further casualties were had on XG, and the lead still continues to grow for Aster.
And JT, he did have to use buyback, so he's dead for quite some time. And this time we do see Baboka. He is able to actually take away that illusion, as we see. But sometimes we do see this Ench as a counter pick to Darkseer because of that, where you're just, you know, the wall comes down and you take that. He finally is able to get the opportunity too. And yeah, Kaka. XWI is fine. He still has the Aeon disc prepared.
Yeah, back onto the barracks. Aster goes.
It's Puck just toying with them. And we saw this time Monet how aggressive he's able to be. Even though the wall was right on top of him, he hurricane piked right into where the coil was because Paparazzi didn't have BKB anymore. He can just pop the Requiem and focus that Lesh. Ghost still hasn't died, which is, I think, pretty damn spectacular.
Yeah, in a game where the team's 34k behind and 2 sets of racks down. And also in a game where it's not like he's just been avoiding fights and hitting creeps. Like, he's actually been getting in, getting a kill here and there.
It's just tough because of how those lanes went, right? Like, JT, he's 0-8. Even though we say, like, the whole game is really revolving around him getting, like, these illusions and stuff like that, how important it is, he is 0-8. That's how rough that lane really was. Him and Kaka, 13 deaths combined between the two of them. And just, yeah, Paparazzi's unable to really approach in these team fights. Because they got, honestly, it's because they got all these early BKBs and stuff like that. The Lash impact is just pretty impossible. XWI.
Oh, he's going to try for the catch here. Kaka, but the phase shift was already there. XXS jumps back in, they're taking out Kaka, and now with the cogs pushed back. A bit of a tricky spot. The vacuum wall is there for JT. Will get caught by the Doom.
Uh-oh, Ghost.
They've lost him once, and on the second life, they've lost him again. There, Monet waiting in position with the Requiem, and they'll call it. GG is called. Aster will take this game 141 minutes in with 42,000 gold net worth lead.
If Aster maybe makes, you know, 2 more mistakes or something like that after that little bit of a fight in the mid, perhaps could see a comeback.